Shalom, shalom, Yashar Allah. We're going to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakadash, which in the Paleo Hebrew tongues, correct Nazarene Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles, elders, a great millstone, and shalom to your sister and brothers living this truth, and shalom to brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show themselves approved. Shalom. As you can see, the dollar is collapsing. Babylon the Great, aka America's power, is collapsing. Because what did Babylon the Great always have? The dollar was a reserve currency of the world. So this country is used to having the most money. Now that's not being so at all. And then you know that because you got allies to Babylon the Great, Japan, you know what I'm saying, striking deals with Russia to get what they need. Because Russia hold all the chips right now. So it ain't looking good for Babylon the Great right now. Or the dollar. The dollar is crashing. It's taking shots. It's on life support, man. These other countries, see what happened is they put sanctions on Russia, but they didn't look at the moves that Putin had made. Because like biblical prophecy explained to you, Russia is going to be one of the ones that comes and crushes Babylon the Great, aka America, you know, with their host. And you can see that that was true. The same way Yahushua wrote it up is happening. Because they put sanctions on Russia, the sanctions backfired, and now essentially these other countries, the BRICS nations, they're putting sanctions on Babylon the Great, America. And now America is losing that top, superpower status. It's no longer known as the richest country no more. It's losing that. It's going out. They're going to use whatever Putin got going. That's going to be the number one. That's going to be the reserve currency of the world. It's no longer going to be the dollar. And with that, Babylon Great going to take great hits, man. You ain't going to have that money no more. Can't just print money out of thin air and know that other countries going to buy it. They ain't going to use the money to make their trades anymore. So everything going to tighten up. Really, inflation going to kick in is what's going to happen. Like, this currency is about to break. And when it breaks, that's when they're going to come in with this new digital currency. They're running a pilot right now called FedNow. And when this dollar breaks, they're going to come in with that new system. So there's really a little bit what's going on overseas, man. Japan over here defined, because like I've been saying a long time ago, Japan is going to team back up with Moab. Moab is the Asian, Chinese, and Japan is your Amen. They're going to team back up, you know? Japan was like, man, forget Babylon the Great. I'm going to go with whoever top dog is. So check it out. This Tokyo, Japan, the U.S. has relied its European allies behind a $60 barrel cap on purchase of Russian crude oil. But one of Washington's close allies in Asia is now buying oil at prices above the cap. Japan got the U.S. to agree to the exception, saying it needed to ensure access to Russian energy. The concession shows Japan's reliance on Russia for fossil fuels. That's why they're going to break right there. We just ready. They need Russia. They depend on Russia. So in a minute, I'm like, hey, I'm getting my oil from Russia. I don't need you, USA. And hey, them allied forces are going to be even stronger. So it says, which analysts said contributed to a hesitancy in Tokyo to back Ukraine more fully in its war with Russia. And really ain't even backing Ukraine. Really, I ain't heard nothing they done gave over there to Ukraine, no money. They're doing the most little as possible. They just doing that. Hey, they playing both sides of the fence right now. Japan being real smart. They're playing both sides of the fence. They're telling the U.S., I'm still with you. We still allies, but let me go make a deal with who you banging with. Because if I don't, my country gonna suffer. I'm still with you though, but let me go over here and get some of what they got. And man, a minute when things get real testy and World War III really started, the battle line started coming in clear, Japan gonna go right over with whoever Russia running with. They're gonna cut ties with the U.S. That's what's about to happen. That's right. But the U.S. really ain't got many allies. Like when the U.S. loses NATO, which they will, Scripture said the beast will hate the whore. The beast is NATO. The whore is Babylon the Great America. So when America loses NATO, America essentially, man, is really gonna be done right then and there. Because that's really the only ally they got that's really worth anything. And NATO is most of all them European countries over there. Go look up NATO. You can see what countries is in there. Canada's in there too, but it's majority of them European countries. When they lose that, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for Babylon the Great, man. They're gonna, man, launch them nukes up, them ICBMs, and it's gonna be on the cracker. But that's way down the line. Right now, we're in the beginning. I want to stay where we at right now. Right now, we're at this dollar crash. Dollars crashing, you know, getting set up for the MOTB. And let's see, I got another article before we jump into the scriptures. I got another article. In case nobody knows, let's get a rundown on BRICS nations and what's happening. Because this is contributing to the dollar collapsing because it's losing its world reserve status. So it says Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa plan to introduce plans for a new innovative currency. What? They got a new money coming. We're going to read on what that is. And things you think, you know, you rallying for these heathen nations to win. Watch this. So it says, there have been talks of a new world currency coming our way. Benzinga reports the BRICS alliance exploring the idea of innovative currency and plans to share proposals at the upcoming summit in South Africa. So the BRICS go for them nations we just read up there. And they got more members because Saudi Arabia done joined them as well. And they're going to get even more members. But that's the first people that started it. You know, the BRICS nation. We say BRICS, we're talking about those countries. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. And they're about to meet in South Africa, as we just read in that article. So check it out. I want to show you something that you probably didn't know, Yasharala. So BRICS is an acronym standing for 5 leading emerging economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Deputy Chairman of Russia's parliament, Alexander Babakov, claims the plan would initially transition from using domestic currencies in transactions to introducing and circulating a digital or alternative form of groundbreaking currency in the near future. Key word in there, digital. Did you peep that? So just because you see America going down with internet to MOTB, guess what? All these other countries are going to initiate that as well. So there's no escaping MOTB. It's going to be worldwide because that's going to be the new currency. It's going to be a one world currency. Russia, all them about to implement it too. Ain't nobody really fighting against this. The Lord got all these countries in his hand. They all doing what he say do. And right now, the thing is to initiate the MOTB. And that's what's about to happen. Even BRICS is going to do it. So there's no running and escaping this and spending with other currencies. They're all going to use the digital system. He said he's hoping the summit scheduled for August this year, they're going to meet in August, will show how ready BRICS is to implement this initiative. And look, how convenient. They got a pilot program right now called FedNow that I think it starts in May. I could be wrong on that, but I know it's going to run this summer. And it's going to end, I want to say, in September. It's probably sometime when they're going to meet up on this. It's lining up together, man. So you can see the MOTB could be here as little as the summer being over. So I'm starting to really, you know, as I'm reading this, I'm getting hit with some stuff too, y'all. Sure, I'm seeing how it's lining up. Look at prophecy, how this devil doing this. All this is lining up. They're going to introduce a digital currency is what's about to happen. So where I'm at. It says Peterburg's International Economic Forum event in New Delhi, India. Babakov stressed the importance of both nations working toward a new form of payment, saying that digital payments could be the most promising and viable. Woo! They said digital payments is the most promising. That's what they're going to roll with too. It says to Cointelegraph, he feels the currency could benefit China and other BRICS members. Its composition should be based on inducting new monetary ties, establishing a strategy that does not defend the US dollar or euro, but rather forms a new currency component of benefiting our shared objectives. You know, so they are not, I ain't stepping on your toes, man. They all gonna go digital. They're all going digital because that's the plan. So how much is on this? Okay, I might just finish it off. While it's tentatively set to be announced this year, this plan has been in motion for quite a while. We know that. They've been working on MOTB for a minute. Back in 2019, members of the bloc were discussing the creation of a new digital currency for a unified payment system. We just heard digital again. Digital currency that time. For a unified, all coming together. Then we say one world government, one world system. There go that unified again, that word. China's already ahead of the game with its central bank digital currency project, and Brazil is right behind them with crypto adoption and legalizing it as a payment method. So they, at the end of this thing, it just told you it is going to be digital, because it said China is the forefront. So they got communism over there. You got to do whatever the government tell you to do. So he was able to implement his MOTB early. And now Babylon the Great and the Beast and all these other countries got to play catch up, which they will. And they're telling you Brazil is not far behind it. So that's a lot of Jakes in Brazil. They're going to be dealing with that. We all going to be dealing with this. Meanwhile, the United States continues its war on cryptocurrency, with finance regulators closing in on the embryonic industry. BRICS will likely become stronger as other nations such as Argentina, Iran, Indonesia, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Egypt intend to become part of this economic bloc. Told you. So they backed me up. All the members, all of them really is kind of locked in. Saudi Arabia are done locked in, and Turkey. You know, Iran as well too. I remember they was making deals with them too. So all these countries gonna be in on it. And I think that's it right there. So let's get to the scriptures and show you how this is biblical prophecy, man. That the dollar's gonna collapse. Because first you gotta get rid of the top dog, you know, before you introduce a new digital system. You gotta do that first. So you know these Americans, they attached to their dollar, man. You take their dollar away, it's gonna be chaos, which that's what they looking for. So let's start off with Jeremiah 50:16. Cut off the sword from Babylon, and him that handled the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn everyone to his people, and they shall flee everyone to his own land. So it said cut off the sword from Babylon. Now you know in the harvest, when you look in the gang stuff, because the first form of money was food, was crops. So you got to remember that. In ancient times, your form of how you can tell somebody was well off is how much food they had. And to get the food, you need farmland. You know, you put it in the ground, you harvest, you sow it, you get it in. So when the scripture said that to cut off the sword from Babylon is basically now what's the form of, you know, food, how you get food, is money. So basically, y'all talking about cut off that dollar, man. Cut that economics off, man. The grinding gonna cease. Like, he about to cut up the money. He about to ruin the economy. And that's happening. With these BRICS nations now going, you know, everybody using the ruby, it's cutting the dollar out, man. Nobody using the dollar. You know, this country got trillions of dollars in circulation that's about to be useless, man. Like inflation, look for inflation to increase over the summer. Gas to go up. Look for stuff to get real bad now. Like every day by day, the dollar's gonna die every little bit. It's on life support. It's about to die very soon. So I say, get everything in order right now, Yasharala. Get everything in order now, because this thing is going in fast, and it is happening. It's at the point you can't deny. These world leaders are now talking about, if you can interpret what they're saying, we killing the dollar. If you want me to sum it down to layman terms for you, basically we killing that dollar, and they love that they doing that. That's their get back for them, you know. But they ain't gonna do nothing different, because you know all these countries are ran by the elite bankers. The elite bankers are controlled by Yahweh Bashar Shah, and he wants an MOTB system enacted to test his believers. So that's what he's gonna get. These other countries are also going to institute an MOTB system. Nobody is going against the code. You know, they might be all fighting, but they're all going to do the same thing. So make no mistake on that, Yashra. I heard Sir Jakes, man, I would Russia. I would China and all. I'm like, man, them is heathens, man. They hate you too. Like, for real. You will not get past that. And look, when I was talking about Moab and Ammon, if you was remembering, Moab representing the Chinese and Ammon represents the Japanese. Let's go check them. I'm showing you in scriptures where they was born at. They're brothers. That's why they look alike. I noticed for me, I could tell a little bit of difference, but it's really hard to tell the difference from a Chinese and a Japanese. You know, they look very similar. Just like African American looks very close to an African, but then you could tell a little difference though. We both brown, but I could tell the difference. So let's go to this. Go to Genesis 19:27. I want to show you that. That's why Japan is going to link back up with China, because they go back. They're brothers, man. Let's go to 37, because them was Lot's children that he had with his daughters. Because remember, Lot got up out of Sodom and Gomorrah. He went into a cave. Daughters got him drunk, and he laid down with him, and he begot children. So check it out. This is Genesis 19:36. Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father. 37. And the firstborn bare a son, and called his name Moab, progenitor of the Chinese. The same is the father of the Moabites unto this day. The Chinese are Moabites. And then 38. And the youngest she also bare a son, and called his name Ben-Ami. The same is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day. The Ammonites. Those are your Japanese. See, those are both, they like brothers. They both came from, they got the same father. They together. They mama came out the same father. Look at it. So I look at Japan. Japan gonna go with China when it all get boiled down to it. They gonna go back over there with China. And Babylon the Great really gonna be left with no allies. So Babylon the Great about to lose the money, then lose a lot of military power all at the same time. That's how you know this country's about to go bye-bye. That's why these Edomites all worked up. Babylon the Great is done. Only thing keeping Babylon the Great afloat right now is their dollar, and that's about to go. Because they still got trade, swish around money. Their reserve currency status, their Babylon the Great is the only thing keeping this sucker afloat. And see, they used to use their military to enforce that dollar. I notice now Babylon the Great done got scary, man. Russia and China too strong, they guarding people. So now they got to play fair. And they don't do good business, so now they losing. Because Babylon the Great got to bully somebody in order to keep himself afloat. I notice now they ain't been bully ball no more, and now they going broke. Because really, they say the dollar was backed by oil, but really it was backed by the military. Really, it was backed by that military. And so that mug losing teeth right now. So everybody, Russia over there getting fat. China over there getting fat, and they all rubbing like, oh yeah, baby. I'm about to come get you. America's been fat enough for the slaughter. So go to James 5:1. And this is going to happen to all these Wall Street hedge fund dudes that sitting on millions of dollars. Man, that stuff about to turn into paper overnight. Like the dollar going to zero out. Probably by like the end of the summer or sometime soon. It could be another year or so. Esau running by on schedule. But eventually the dollar will zero out to be nothing but paper. And when that happens, a lot of men who had money and their value was in how much money they had. Woo! They gonna lose it. Here go James 5:1. Go to you now, yea, rich man, weep and howl, for your miseries shall come upon you. That's about to be a reality. That's about to be true. Check out too. Your riches are corrupted and your garments moth-eaten. So that's talking about, your riches he got really ain't no good because the dollar ain't backed by nothing. If the military ain't getting out there and yapping people up and blowing stuff up, the dollar doesn't have any backing. So it's corrupted. Plus, it's been built on the bloodshed of Yasharallah. It's how they got everything. So the Lord, he pulling that back. Like, hey, man, you the thief. He taking it back. And we going to get the world again. We going to get all the resources again. That's why the dollar crash should be great news to you if you're in the right spirit. As I can tell somebody in the right spirit or not, man. When you hear about stuff like that, you look at that as gloom. Because I look at that as like a great thing happening. Like, yes, the oppressor, the dark, evil empire is losing power. That's good news to me. So check it out on 3. James 5:3. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. Ooh, yeah, that dollar, it's showing shame against them. And shall eat your flesh with fire. You have heaped treasure together for the last days. See, they done heap treasure together for the last days. So they back up what I just said right there. They all the stuff that Esau got is gonna cough up right to us, Yasharallah. We about to get it all. All we gotta do is patiently, stay in the Lord's good graces, stay in the house of David, and we're gonna inherit the earth and all its resources. This devil about to cough it up. It never really belonged to him. He was the thief. So that's why his money's against him, man. That's why I say that dollar's worthless, man. That dollar ain't backed by nothing. It ain't backed by no gold, no oil, no nothing. It's really nothing. They start to see Esau is nothing. See, the other countries like, I'm about to feast. That's why I say, what it say? And it shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Man, they about to devour this whole, man. Talking about Babylon Great America. She about to suck on fire. She's going to burn. Why? Because now you ain't got money like that no more. You're methed out. You don't look good. That's why we read the precept earlier. It said every man should flee to his own country. I know a lot of people that's overseas. They going back home. They like, ain't no use in being over in America. They like, I'll make more money in my own country. This place is bad. They don't like it. They have to get some bread and go. Every person I know that came from overseas talking about going back home. So that scripture going to play. That's how you know prophecy is really setting in. Because we getting to the point where people are fleeing this place and talking bad about this place. Like, this place is decrepit, man. It used to be everybody break the thing. Now I got to get in America. America's great. Man, she no longer, made tender and delicate, man. People like, man, America filthy, dirty, nasty, drugged out, violent, no good. Done did all kind of crimes to people. They looking at us Israelites. Everybody talking bad about America, Babylon the Great. So you ain't gonna find the word America in the Bible, but America is in the Bible, just not by that name. Because America, that name was built in the ancient days, but it didn't escape prophecy because Yahushua called it out by calling it Babylon the Great. Tailored after the ancient city, but still carries them same customs to this day. All the wicked kingdoms America carries to this day. Of all the kingdoms before it. So it didn't escape prophecy, man. It just got a name that's a mystery only for the wise to decipher. Because the Bible speaks in parables, man. Yahushua don't want just anybody. He want the wise. He want the ones that can piece stuff together, see things, hear things. Those spiritual things. Got that high mind. That's what Yahushua want. And he laced everything out in our Bible perfectly. And we breaking it down now and showing you that everything that's going on right now is in our book and it's biblical prophecy. And it's happening right now. We at the point where it's about to hit a hard turn. When the MOTB roll out, Jacob Trouble is getting ready to kick up in a mighty way. A mighty way. The only thing holding this thing together is the dollar, and it's on his deathbed. When that dollar go, all hell gonna break loose. Guaranteed. These people gonna go crazy. Especially ones that had a lot of money, now they ain't got no money. Oh, man, they done did all kind of wickedness to get the money. I'm about to yop here and yop there. And try to get whatever I need. Esau gonna go back to caveman status. He gonna show you how he got this country. Looting and killing. That's what Esau gonna do. He gonna revert back to that caveman. I said, these people that thought Edomites were good, you about to see. Yahushua about to show you. Oh, man, I'm about to read number 4, because that goes into and break down what I was talking about, too. Let's keep it going. It's James 5:4. Behold, the hire of the laborers which have reaped down your fields, which if you kept back by fraud, stealing, lying, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered to the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. That's talking about Yahushua, man. So, hey, Lord, man, they've been prophesying, crying and sighing and mourning for me for so long. Yahushua about to make himself known again, and when he do, it's over with. So Esau see this, and he like, I got to do everything I can before he gets here. So he about to unload on Jake. That's why Jacob's Trouble gonna be like a day like no other. Esau about to unleash everything he done ever created. The Lord let him create. He about to unleash it on Jake. I'm talking about Terminators, super soldiers, everything, the media, everything he got gonna be a weapon. Food, the air, water, everything. The devil coming with everything. Because he's mad. Because he's losing his kingdom. He lost his kingdom. And he gonna be like, it's all Jake's fault. When I say Jake, that's short for Jacob. Talking about Israel, Yasher Allah. They're gonna come after us Jakes. Because they mad, because they know we got next. You the person that's about to get something you used to have, they go out to attack that person. We got next. You about to get it. But see, you ain't gonna get it if you don't pass this test that's coming up, which is tied to this dollar dying. Because once the dollar dies, they're going to institute a MOTB system, which is going to be a digital currency, which is going to go out with that device, that grain of rice. They go in your hand or your head. Let's get to that. You take that, you're done too. You're done. But this is why the dollar crashing, because it has to institute this prophecy. And check it out, this Revelation 13, and I'm going to start at 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So if you don't do it, man, you're going to try to take your life away. That's why we need Yahweh Shah. We need them. Check it out, 16. And he caused of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. On 17, here's how it goes to the monetary system. And that no man might buy or sell, commerce, transactions, save that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here's wisdom, let him have understanding, count the number of the beast, for there's a number of man, and his number is 666. Yeah, 666, which that's the number that Esau loves. They have that number on certain things of theirs, and it's gonna be on their device they roll out. That number will be on there, because that's his little, like his little stamp, his little, trademark, as we put it. You got something out, and it's a logo. That's Esau trademark. It's gonna have a barcode on that device, serial numbers, and the 666 is gonna be in there. And you're not gonna be able to buy or sell unless you have that new device, because it's gonna be digital payments. Esau gonna know how much you got, where you spent it at, what time you spent it at. He can GPS the spot you spent whatever little money is on your little device. If you get it, basically that's death, really. When you get that device, they said people that ain't really got their faith built in the Lord, they're gonna go ahead and go with that movement. Us, we gotta forsake that, man. That's what I said. You better be thinking about living off the land. And we ain't gonna be out there that long, because this thing ain't gonna last that long. It's gonna come up and it's gonna come back down spectacularly. But it's gonna be a time window where, people that's not locked in on the Lord will go and take that. It's the same like what they just ran with the 1-9 situation. That was a precursor to what the next move is gonna be, the next phase, which is gonna be the MOTB. And if you take that, let's go get that. Let's end off with that. If you take that MOTB, you're done. I'm about to prove it to you. Let's start with Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, go 10. The same shall drink of the wine and the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he should be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. That Lamb is Yahweh Shah. Them holy angels coming to him gonna be them chariots. And then what's that, tormented with fire and brimstone? That's if you lucky enough to make it to the end. When the ICBMs go off, you're gonna be left here. If you got the device in your hand or in your head, or if you got the device in you, period, you're not going to be picked up by a chariot, because it shows that you've already pledged your allegiance to Esau by accepting the image of the beast. And that means when you take the image of the beast, that means you worship that beast. It says, if any man worship the beast and his image. That's part of Esau's image, is that device is going to come out. Elon Musk take great pride in that. Go look up Elon Musk Neuralink. Come back to me, tell me what that's about. If somebody's scoffing, talking about, oh, no, they ain't doing that. Yeah, right. This is all laid out plain. It's visible now. This is the plan. You can see it. So we telling you, or telling, all of us, do not take that. We are the resistance. We are to say, no, I'm not taking that. They're like, okay, you're going to be broke. You ain't going to have no car, no house, no. Then we're going to have to be like, oh, whatever. Oh, well. I'm going to put my claims on Yahweh Shah. He take care of me. And so the devil, he going to be private. He going to say, okay, yeah, you can leave. Just like Pharaoh. He going to say, you can go. And then we go. We going to be all right. Yahweh Shah going to take care of us. And then he going to see that and then get mad. Then he going to send his Terminators, his super soldiers. Because like we read earlier, it said if those who are not worshiping him in the beach should be killed. So when we thrive without him, he going to try to take our lives away. And that's when the Spirit of the Lord going to show up. Lord willing, we're part of the hopeful elect. That's when that standard going to get lifted up. That's when Esau really going to see the power of Yahweh Shah, and he going to really be scared. Like, oh man, they really is that. They are what they say they are. Now that he gonna be running, trying to bunker down even deeper in this bunker. Like, oh shoot, I know what come next. I go into slavery. He gonna try to hide. Cause that's how this about to play out. Cause that's the way Yahweh wrote it up. That's prophecy. So this dollar will crash. Get your mind ready for that. You watching like they say a loved one on a deathbed, you gonna pay your regards. So they about on life support and response about to go. Have your man that this dollar about to go. Ain't no hope of it coming back. No, they all in on this plan. Because it's the plan, it's the will of Yahweh Shah. So we know it's gonna become a reality. So what we gotta do is get our mind right to where we can resist that. We gotta start, like I always say, have your spiritual bags packed. Ready to go. Our kingdom. And see, the best way it really helps you get through that, if you're going through any type of anxiety, is look towards the kingdom of heaven. Find a lesson about the rewards you're going to get. I might have to do one on that. Like, focus on the kingdom. We're going to get something so much better than this place. So much better. And that's what, I notice will give you strength to carry on through this place. Because you got something to look forward to. That's where the hope is at, in the kingdom of heaven. That was promised to us as Israelites. So focus on that, what we about to get. We not going to be we ain't going to be spending a little paper with Esau face on it. Or with this decrepit stuff, they break down all easy. These little weak old raggedy cars don't last that long. These phones that break down. Like, this place keeps you spending money. We not got to worry about money in the kingdom of heaven. We're going to have everything we need in abundance. We're going to have so much we get actual rest. We ain't got to go out and work. We're going to go out and give people work. That's how good we're going to have it in the kingdom. So focus on that, because that gives you strength. Kingdom of heaven is coming, Yasharala. Real soon. Real soon. It come right behind this BS, this little BS Esau about to throw up. It come right behind that. So we got to hang strong and show ourselves approved. We got to prove ourselves to Yahweh that we deserve what he about to give. Because that's something great he about to give. So we got to, play our part and make ourselves worthy of receiving that inheritance. A mighty inheritance at that. I mean, we about to get the whole world, Yasharala. Whole world. We're going to run it. The whole world. We about to be world rulers. So I hope this has been edifying. I want to say Kwam Yasharala, Detail Babal, Shalom.